So here we've got this farmer's field problem, a kind of classic algebra problem. So what I'm going to do is just draw a diagram to show you what it looks like. So we've got this wall running all the way along the side of the field, and then we've got the rope. So let's do the rope in green, and it's going to be a rectangle. So it's going to go along like this, something like that. Now, and I'm now going to set up a quadratic equation with this information. So this rope here is 180 meters, so all the way around 180 meters. So let's say he makes a length of x. Then this bit here, which remember is equal to this bit here, is going to be 180 take away x. I'm going to divide all that by 2 to get each side. So that's one side in here, and I could actually just simplify that slightly by dividing both of those by 2. So each side, or the width if you like, is this. Now I'm trying to find the maximum area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work out the area. Now to find the area of a rectangle, you simply times the width and the length together. So it's x times 90 minus x over 2. So x is the length, and this here is the width given by this. Now I'm not even going to do anything with that, because this is actually a quadratic equation. And what I want to do is to maximize this quadratic equation. So I'm going to go into my graphic calculator. And this is set up from a previous one. So I'm going to exit from here, and I'm going to retype this equation. The area, that's my y, and it simply becomes x brackets 90 minus x divided by 2, close bracket. So I just type that in. When I enter it, it comes up like that. Now I know it's a quadratic equation, and what's more, I know that this x squared, if I was to expand it, let's just expand it a minute, 90x minus, because there's a minus x squared, it's going to be a nice N shape like that on my quadratic. So I know it's going to give a maximum. So it's all typed in. I'm ready to draw it. Now there's one little problem here. It doesn't look like a quadratic, and that's because of the window. So this is why I wanted to do it on the graphic calculator. Now, x is never going to be smaller than 0, and x could go all the way up to 180. Got 180 meters of rope. Don't worry about the scale. Now the maximum area, I've got no idea, but I'm going to set it up to 2,500 to begin with. Let's have a look what happens when we do that. Well, I still can't see the top of my quadratic, which is what I want. So I'm going to go back in and let's set it to much higher. So part of the skill of this exercise is being able to use your graphic calculator. Let's draw it. Here we are. Now we're ready to go to GSolve, maximum value. And x is 90, so that's the length here is 90, and this y represents the area. So we've got 4050 and 90. So the area was 4050 meters squared, and the x was 90. So that's the length, and these are the dimensions, and the width. Well, if x is 90, 180 take away 90 is 90, divided by 2 gives me 45 and 45. So we've got 90 meters, 45 meters here, and 45 meters here.